Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we
It's
can...
not morning. It is, what time is it right now? It is afternoon. I'm so used to saying good morning everybody, but it is not morning. So I'm gonna say good afternoon everyone. So this morning I went and had my scans done, and then I got all the way home and they called me and they said the MRI imaging department called, this separate department, called and said, oh, I can get you in, there's a cancellation, so if you'd like to come and get your MRI done like right now, we can take you. So I was like, it's like 25 minutes, you know, back and forth, and I had to be on the phones at work at 1:30. So I was like, I don't know if I can make it, but I really want to get this appointment. And she goes, well, hold on, just let me see if I have something for tomorrow. She says, I think there was another cancellation. So I was like, I mean, I really wanted to get it done today and just be late to work, but with my parents' stuff going on and everything, there's just no way I can keep being late and calling off. And then I was sick and stuff. I can do it, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to be, you know, a bad worker, and they depend on us working right now, and it's super busy, and, you know, and I enjoy it. So there's that, and there's the money. So I really don't want to miss any more of that. So I said, okay. So she got me scheduled for tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. So yay, I'm so excited. Anyway, so I'm going to get that done tomorrow morning. I was going to take you with me today, but on campus of Kaiser, they have signs everywhere and security everywhere. You cannot film anywhere on Kaiser campus. I've been busted a couple times bringing, you know, vlogging like in the garden area and stuff, and just walking onto the campus. You know, they always remind you, no more pictures, blah, 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 blah. So I've been highly respectful of that, but sometimes I have my phone and I just like film, just like going in, my feet, you know, nervously going back and forth, waiting, you know, that type of thing. I don't show anything or whatever. All right, even though it's a public place and, you know, whatever, but it is a medical facility and privacy is the utmost. So anyway, I will try to take you with me if I can, and just before and after. But basically, I'm just gonna lay there, you know, seeing if I have anything left in the brain, making sure that the cancer didn't spread to the brain. That's what they're checking for. So far, it stayed away from my brain. Had a shadow for 3 or 4 scans, and they were really watching it really closely, and then they decided it was a shadow. It wasn't mass or anything. But it always scared me. You know, they always keep you on pins and needles for anything. But it's good because they are looking, and they're looking hard, and that's what we want them to do, right? So anyway, so this is what I'm doing. I can't stand waiting. I am a horrible waiter. I've had to wait a lot in my life on this journey for sure. But what I normally do when I have scan anxiety, I do something productive. I make a change. I clean a closet, or I go shopping. I get my toenails done. I do something positive for the house, for my family, for myself. So this time is no different. This time my arm's getting tired, sorry. I should have set my thing up here. I have my thing to put you guys on, which I will in a minute. But anyway, I decided that I need a change. I am tired of my hair. It is almost, I mean, it is gray, 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 gray. And I just keep, I don't like to put a lot of bleach into it. So what I do is I do, well, you know what I do. I've told you, I've showed you, I just do my purple shampoo just to kind of blend the, since my hair is super light blonde. Naturally, my hair is probably, I don't know, they call it baby blonde, whatever that is. And so then my grays come in and they kind of mix with it. And then when I use the purple shampoo, it kind of just blends the two together. But it's getting harder to blend together, and it's just because the gray is just, it's just everywhere, people. And that's okay. It means that I'm aging, which is okay with me. Aging is a good thing, right? So my positive thing is I need a change. I need a change for my hair. I need a change for my nails. I need a change for, I don't know. I just need a change. So what I thought I would do, I'm going to do a week of glow up, a week of change. And I thought I would take you along for my ride so you can see all my mistakes and all my successes. Gotta think positive there. I cannot afford to go and have my hair done the way I want it to be done. So what I did was I went on YouTube and I watched a whole bunch, and I know this is not equivalent to a professional hair person, but I watched tons of different videos done by professionals, you know, do-it-yourself guide to doing things at home. I think they made these videos during COVID when people couldn't get into the shops, and now people are going back and doing them at home, and I'm sure that wasn't the intent like forever, but anyway. And I'm sure many of people have ended up with orange hair or purple hair or whatever, trying to do this at home. But guess what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. So what I wanna do is I want to do a balayage, a reverse balayage, because I've got the blonde hair. I've got the, we're calling it blonde right now. I know it's gray, but we are calling it blonde. So I've got the light hair, the blonde hair, and I'm gonna do a reverse balayage. Okay, if it doesn't work out, I bought, okay, so you guys are gonna laugh, but I got a backup plan, okay? First, I got, and I want my hair longer, so I was gifted a coupon or a voucher for hair extensions, which I was using the long blonde ones. Well, I got a second set that I bought on my own, and they are so pretty. They are a balayage, dark blonde, brown, and blonde. They're like, I don't know if you can see those colors. See those colors? Aren't they the prettiest things ever? And blonde on the ends. Okay, so I took that, and then I went and I bought several different colors. I got, this one's light ash brown, right here. And then, just dropped that. And then I got a dark ash blonde, which is, I think, gonna be one of my colors. And then the third color will be the color that's already in my hair, because you need 3 different colors to pull this off. So, and then these things will go, you know, under and everything to blend, but this is kind of like my inspo. This is my inspo color. So I'm gonna put that back over there. And to keep it up, I saw the best hack ever. You get, I just dropped it on the floor, so I'll have to show you in a minute because I can't, I'll show you in a minute. But you get that root touch up, the little crayon thing that you use, because this here is gonna come through fast on dark hair, dark blonde. So it's gonna take a little bit more maintenance. And I do realize that, but I'm up for the challenge. So I got the root sticks. They have spray, just where you spray your roots, or you spray your comb and then you just kind of, you know, touch it up. Or there is a really cool, it kind of looks like a crayon, but it darkens your roots just by just drawing it on. You can be out in the sun and say, oops, I see something, let me put that on there. Anyway, it lets you go more time in between doing your hair. Okay, so we are going to give it a try. I need a challenge, you guys. I need a challenge. I need something to focus on other than waiting for my scans. You know, I've put so much hope into this treatment. I've talked to so many people that they've had really good results, but then I've talked to other people where it says they've done nothing for them. And then I've talked to people where it just false hope. So I'm trying to keep all of it in perspective, you know, but I also know there are thousands of people praying for me all over the world. And I am such a believer in the power of prayer, you guys. I have seen it over and over and over again in my life, in other people's lives, that I just know that with thousands and thousands of people praying throughout the world, through my church, I must be the most prayed for woman in the world. That's why I feel incredibly blessed. And if I think about it too much, I'll start crying. So can't talk about it. Anyway, coupled with prayer, I have hope for good results. What those results may be, even if it's just my tumors are stable and they haven't spread, even if they just moved around a little bit and didn't do anything, I will take it. You know, that's more time for me to be on earth with my family. And if not, then I will be in heaven with my son, with my brother, with my nana, with all the people that have gone before me in my family and my friends. I will be with them. So I am okay either way. But the waiting is going to kill me. So I am going to balayage. How do they say it for words? Balayage. Anyway, my hair, myself. Are we ready? I'm scared. Okay, I am going to go ahead and change out of my work clothes and into my dyeing hair clothes, my junk clothes. And then I'm going to set you guys up on a tripod and you guys are going to watch me do it. Yes, you are. So all the hairdressers out there, I am begging for your forgiveness. I know that you are probably going to be screaming at the camera or at the TV or phone or wherever you're watching and saying, "No, Jody, don't do it." But I'm so sorry. You know, maybe after I screw it up, you can give me some advice, please. All right. And just to let you know, I have done my own hair for the last 40 years. And I get constant compliments on my hair. A lot of the time, I just let it go natural, and then I just added pieces here and there. I've never done anything overly drastic, but I have done a root smudge before. So I'm telling myself, this isn't that much harder, is it? We'll find out. Stay tuned. Okay, now, first person to laugh gets to pay for this to get fixed, okay? Just saying. I've got all eyes on you guys. Just kidding. Okay, this is what I'm following the YouTube instructions per step. I'm doing exactly the way they've instructed me to do this. Because if I go off on my own, I will forget it. I'll forget something and it'll go bad. So the first step is to hold out. I want like little blonde pieces in the front. I want my fringe, like my curtain bangs, to be out. So what you do is you figure out, you figure out what you want off, and then you pin it up and get it out of the way. So I did that. Then I parted my hair in the middle and all the way down the back, and I made two funky looking ponytails or pigtails, whatever that is. And we're going to work section by section. Okay, so now that you've seen this, I'm going to go mix up the color. Okay, so I've taken one side down And I've got the darkest color right here, and then I've got the pull-through color, the dark blonde right here. So it says to first start with just starting with the darkest color on the roots. Okay, this is gonna be hard to do and watch you guys, so I might have to look past you. You'll have to forgive me for not looking. Anyway, so it says to do the darkest on the roots, just like, you know. And my hair is dirty, so they said that was a good thing. Like to oblige. And all right. Now it's just to pull through. And then I gotta do the back, which is gonna be interesting because I'm gonna have to go by feel. I have a mirror somewhere. I'll get it after I do this. So I'm going through the back. And I don't want to drop this. I don't want to lose any of it because I have a lot of hair. And this is just really like, I kind of almost didn't get the darker color, but they said for depth and, you know, to make that third, needed all three colors. So, you know, whatever. So now I got that up there. I think I need more over here. I can't tell. I can't see. Okay. Now I can feel I've got it all the way through the roots, just through this part. And I'm gonna, I think I'll do the dark on the bottom where my hair's shaved because I'm letting that grow out. So we'll just kind of brush that up in there. Okay. Now it's all the way through here. All right, so now I'm going to take my comb and I'm going to section small pieces off and just keep doing the same thing over and over. And I gotta get this little baby hair over here. Get that piece over there. All right. And I don't really have a lot of this stuff, so I'm kind of like only gonna do it, I'm gonna do it on both sides at one time. They say to do one at a time, but just to make sure I have enough going on both sides, I am going to just make sure. Because they did not give you very much. And I got a lots of hair. I have 2 bottles of the other because I know I'm going to use it. Alright. I'm going to make sure I get this part here good because it's pretty white. And I'm not sure if it's going to want to take the color or not. Alright, I have just enough for 2 more layers of this. Alright. Get that dark hair in there. Oh my goodness. I am almost out of this color, which is kind of freaking me out a little bit. So I think I'm going to go around to the front part, focus on that because I definitely want this part darker. And this part I can always touch up after I'm done just to make sure that I get it, you know, nice. Yeah. All right. I have just barely enough for the other side. This is really not enough to do what I needed it to do, but too late, too sad, too bad. Thank goodness we have 2 other bottles of the other stuff. All right. This is gonna have to, I'm gonna go like that. Kind of see if I can rub it in a little bit more. Probably have to go back over this because it's all a little bit bald right there anyway, so it's alrighty. Alright, now the dark hair is finis. Finis, finis, finis. And I'm gonna wash this off from my face so I don't look like funky tongue. Alright, I've got my typical hair thing on so I can just take it off when I get in the shower. Alrighty, so that part is done. Dun dun dun. Alright, now comes the fun stuff. Alright, now we go back. We're going to do you're going to drag it through a little bit, and then I'm going to lift it up and drag it to the ends. Just lift it and drag it. Just so a little bit kind of comes through and it doesn't look like it's just stuck on there. Alright, and you do that all the way through. And you do it. Well, there's no hair in the back, so I guess I can't really do it that way. Oops, this keeps it from looking like a dark line coming through. You're just kind of like bringing the color and then lifting your comb up a little bit so it just kind of makes it glide through. Alright, let me do the other side the same way. So you lift it and then you, whoops, I just got it caught. And you pull it through. Lift it, pull it through. Lift it, pull it through. Lift it, pull it through. And in the back, I just bring it through because it's the underneath part, so I really kind of am not overly picky about that part. Alright, on this side. And pull it through. Pull it through, and then just kind of smudge it down because you just want it to blend more. You don't want it to like have a big light line through it. Alright, now comes the even more fun part. Go back with color 2. This color is just a little bit lighter, like 1 shade lighter than this. And what I want to do is I'm just going to, whoops, crap, I just got it on my camera case. I'm going to wipe that up first. I don't want it all over my beautiful bathroom. Alright, so this one we're just doing pieces. Kind of blends out into a lighter color there. And then over here. And I like mine chunky. I don't like it to look natural because when it looks natural I have more mistakes. If it's meant to look chunky, then it kind of hides some of your, you know, your mistakes and stuff in there. Alright, and then I do the other side the same way. And I don't really get the ends. Uh-oh, I just got it on my shirt instead of on my... And I kind of leave the ends a little bit. I mean, you can lightly brush through them. It doesn't kill it to have it in there. So they say. Then, and if I had a brush, it would make it a lot easier, but I forgot to pick one up. So we're doing it the hard way. And then I want to do the front pieces just lightly. I kind of like a little bit of blonde showing through here on the front. So I don't want to do it too heavy, just kind of a light blonde through here. And on this side, I want it the same. And I like it better that way. All right. Okay, now back here, we are going to do some damage. And this part is more solid in the back, because if you've ever seen a balayage, it's like dark like this and then the light starts coming in. So I really kind of want to keep it more solid right here. Yeah. Just have it there, and I like it to be brought out in the back all the way down. I know you guys can't see it, I'll show you in a minute. Kind of working against the clock here. Okay, so now I still got some good bright, some really good bright pieces in here. And I want to keep them that way. Just want to bring in a couple pieces that are going to blend in. Like this bright piece here is going to be a little blendy piece. All right, and the dark is going all the way in the back and brought all the way to the front. And this blonde, all right, now one last thing, and this is it. We're going to cut this in half, and we're going to bring it down a little bit. Bring it all in. And this piece right here where it's kind of just like really sticking out there, we're gonna put a little bit of color. And we're gonna drag it down. The lady on the video said she could do this in 10 minutes, and I'm like, really? I don't think so, not for me. This is gonna take, I just wanna make sure that I am getting, getting it more right than wrong. All right, and then she said to part it again, which I can tell because I can see where my blonde is. And brushing it together is a really good thing. All right, and I still have that blonde right there. I'm not sure. Darn it. Don't want any spots, so we're gonna have to go back and try to blend that. See that bright piece right here? We're just gonna put a piece of dark ash blonde through there. And I know it's hard to envision right now, but I can envision it. All right. That is toned down there. Now we're gonna deal with this part here. And rub it out, rub it out, rub it out, and then put this in there. We're almost done. All right. Now, we are going to, let it sit. We aren't going to touch it. So I'm gonna take this off of my head because my camera is getting hot, and I'm gonna turn you guys off, and I will see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back, you guys. And so far, I don't see anything too alarming. I see the different colors of blonde, and I see the little pieces that I held out right here. So that's a good thing. So far I think it's a success. Nice little pieces of blonde through here and the lighter blonde at the ends. So now all I gotta do is blow it dry and then we shall see. And I'm really tired, you guys. I'm like wiped out tonight. So I think I am going to just do a quick blow dry just in the front just so I can show you the color. And then I'm gonna let the rest just settle and dry naturally. And then tomorrow when I do it all up and curl it and all that kind of good stuff with my makeup on, then I will show you the finished product. So right now I'm just gonna do a quick blow dry just so you can see the color, and then off we go. One more thing I was gonna tell you. In the color that I got, I put Olaplex number 9 oil in both of them. I just put a little squeeze in each of the hair colors. I always do that. It makes your hair so nice and soft, and it just keeps you, it prevents damage. At least that's what the hairdresser told me. It is supposed to help prevent damage when you insist on using box colors. And normally, like years and years ago when I had long hair and all that good stuff, I always use professional stuff. I'd go to Sally's and I'd get the professional stuff and do my hair. But then as it's grown back, and then we went through COVID and all that kind of good stuff, because my hair was peach fuzz when COVID started. So as it started growing out, whatever I could get my hands on, I did. So anyway, now that I've got actual hair to play with, I'll probably need to go back and eventually do the right thing. And by any means, I am not a hairdresser. Do not try this on your own. If you do, I'm not responsible. I'm just saying, okay? All right, I'm gonna blow it dry and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I didn't blow it all the way dry because I'm just so tired. But I got it dry enough just so you could see it, and it turned out amazing. I love it. Look at, see, there's a little bit of blonde there, and then it just kind of fades to lighter on the ends. It's really hard to tell in this light. I don't know if you can see it or not, but let me brush through it, see if you can see it a little bit. It is so soft. Oh my, oh, see there, you can see it a little bit. See the variations of color? Exactly what I wanted. I love it when it turns out the way I picture it, because if not, then I'm like, ooh, I don't like it. What am I gonna do? So anyway, this is still very wet, so it'll be lighter, you know, when it dries, but you can kind of see the color. And tomorrow I'll put makeup on and curl it and do, you know, make it look presentable for you guys. So anyway, I think it's a success. I do not consider it a fail. I'm sure if you are a hairdresser out there, you're like, ah! You know, but what you're gonna do as long as I'm happy, and it's totally taken my mind off of the scans and waiting for the results. I was so like enthralled in this that I didn't even think about it. Now the next thing tomorrow is, I think I'm going to do a detox scrub. That's the next thing in the blow up, the beauty blow up or glow up or whatever they call it. I'm gonna do a detox scrub all over my body. Just scrub everything, all the dead skin, all the ickiness away. And then I'm gonna moisturize the heck out of it, out of my body. And then the next day, I'm going to do my loving tan. It is so amazing. It develops in 2 hours, and it gives you the perfect, beautiful, natural tan. And usually I go out in the sun and I kind of get a little natural, little of that. But since it's been so hot, I just cannot stand to be out in the sun right now. It's just too much for me. I get sick to my stomach, I get lightheaded. So it just is not an option for me at this point. So So yeah, so I am going to do a fake tan and pray that it turns out as good as my hair did. And then the next day, if I still don't have results, then I don't know, get my nails done, do my nails, do my toenails, do my cuticles, figure something out. All right, you guys, I'm so tired. I just want to go lay down and watch our show. Oh, there is the show that my hubby and I are watching. It's called SEAL Team, and it is amazing. We just got finished with the first season. It has David Boreanaz. He's so cute. Anyway, he's in it, and he's just such a good actor. I watched him in Angel, watched him in Buffy, watched him in Bones, and now in SEAL Team. So anyway, that's what I want to do tonight. I want to get at least one episode in before I conk out. So I'm going to call it quits for the night, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I did my hair, and I just wanted to show you what it turned out to be. It's really hard to see in this lighting. I should probably go outside. But anyway, I think I like it. In fact, I'm sure I do. My husband loves it. He says it makes me look sexy. Oh, how funny is that? Okay, so anyway, I like it. Tell me what you think in the comments. Just remember, I'm not a hairstylist. I don't play one on TV. I just watched YouTube and made it up as I went along. But my hair is so silky and so soft. It was really hard to get the curls to stay in this morning. So, and my curtain bangs are no longer curtain bangs. They're getting a little bit on the long side. But anyway, I really like it. Underneath, if I like pick it up, I can see the blonde and the dark kind of weaving in. I think when the gray comes in, I think I'm going to add in some caramel pieces. Yep, I'm getting brave now. So anyway, all right, that's it. I am headed into work. I got my MRI done this morning bright and early, and I did not take the camera with me. I got a couple clips on my phone, just, you know, the building and all that kind of stuff, and then going in and waiting, all that. But I had to just like, you know, be mindful of privacy and all that good stuff. But I went in, they got me right in. It wasn't so bad, normal, you know, a little bit of claustrophobia. But I got out, and I mean, literally rolled out of bed, didn't even wash my face. I stuck my hair back in a pony clip, and I had, actually I sleep in them, but they're not really like sleep bottoms. They're terry cloth shorts, you know, but I do sleep in them. And then I just put a t-shirt on and flip-flops, and out the door I went. And I kept thinking, ooh, I should have brought a hat and hide my face. I hope I don't run into anybody. It was one of those days. So anyway, yeah, so now I am just on the waiting game. The problem is I can't keep my phone inside my office when I'm working, so I'm going to have to check it just here and there. But it's really hard because calling them back and getting through is like murder. So I am really hoping that they will call either after my shift or like on my break, or I can hear it, you know, and then be able to, you know, at a time where I can clock off and then go and run and answer it. But anyway, the waiting is on, and I'm gonna keep myself super busy today. I need to take my mother her new walker. We ordered her a new walker, and it came yesterday to the house. Bentley is terrified of it. I'm gonna try to get some footage. It is hysterical. Anyway, all right, I will catch you in a bit. Okay, guys, it is the end of my day, and all I want to do is wash my face, climb into bed, and cover up with a blanket. it's just one of those days in the interpreting world that you just don't want to even know. The day started out okay. My shift started out fine. I was feeling good, a little bit nervous. I was listening for my phone outside the door because, I was waiting for the doctor to call. And then I had a rough call, a very rough call, and I made a mistake. I goofed up, went back, tried to fix the mistake, didn't work. And I don't make mistakes. I mean, everyone makes mistakes at some point in time, but my mistakes in interpreting are, I can count them on one hand that I've never screwed anybody's life up or messed up their finances. If I do make a interpreting error, I go back and I say, let me clarify, and I get it right. Well, this time, I don't know, I was just frustrated, I was distracted, and the language was different. It wasn't what I was accustomed to. And it wasn't a language that I was really strong in. I used to be really strong in it, but now I was like getting my tenses messed up, and I just was not doing good at it. So then I transferred to another interpreter that was fluent in this language. Okay. All right. So then I was on the call with this teaming. I was teaming with this person, giving them support. And they said, oh, it's okay, I got it. And they went to click me off. And I said in my microphone, which the only person that could hear it is the other interpreter. And I'm like, this guy was an asshole. Not talking about the interpreter, but the person, which you should never say. It's not interpreters say it all the time, to each other, and they complain like, this call, it just made me so whatever. Anyway, I shouldn't have said it. The guy gave me the look like, shame on you. And then he said, don't worry, we've all had those days. And I was just like, I felt so bad. I'm thinking, why would I say that in a professional setting? I know it's another coworker and we vent and do all that stuff, but oh my gosh, Jody, it just was not good. So anyway, I feel like crap. I don't feel good about myself right now. I feel like I let my guard down, I let my witness down, and I'm just really mad at myself. So anyway, after that, I finished my day out and everything was fine. Started actually kind of like on an upswing. Well, then I checked my messages, and my doctor had called and said that the PET scan, the scan department, the radiologist wants me to go back in and wants to get a different view. So, no results today, but I do have to go back in and get another scan done. So now in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, is something wrong? Is that why they're getting extra scans? Is it, just my mind is just going crazy. So anyway, not a good day, but it's okay. I am just going to wash my face. I'm going to climb in and I'm going to watch some, I don't want to watch the news. That's depressing. I think I will watch some decorating or something totally mindless. Something that will take my brain off of everything and rest because I'm just tired. But tomorrow, to keep my mind off of the scan situation and everything, I'm going to do a glow up. I'm going to do a detox scrub and do the tanning stuff. And might have to wait for another video for that because this video is getting really long. But anyway, we'll see. So anyway, I'm gonna call it quits tonight, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. Okay, so today I'm still waiting on results. I had to go back this morning and get, another view, and I did that. I did my MRI. I've just been driving back and forth. That's always the way it is, isn't it? I mean, normal. It's okay. Nothing. I'm not special. I am not special. That's okay. All right. So, glow up day continues. This morning, when I got back from the doctors, I always go just fresh faced, nothing on, just get it over with. Then I came home and I gave myself a facial. Yes, I almost filmed it, but this vlog is getting really long and I still haven't got my results, and I really want to put the results on this vlog, so I didn't film it. Next time I will, though. I have a pretty good routine going with my face care, and I'm really loving it right now, so I'm trying to keep it up and not get lazy. But what I did was it's the baby face peel, or not peel, but you put it on your face. It's all the acids and exfoliating stuff. You put it on and it stings. You wait it out, leave it on 15 minutes, and then you just rinse it with cool water, and takes all the dead skin and all that, and it leaves your face, oh my gosh, just like so soft and so smooth and so clear. So anyway, I did that today, and I just couldn't be bothered to do my hair. I just pulled it back, and I thought, oh, it even looks kind of cute back, and put it in a bun. I'm looking like a school marm today with my black dress on, but it's a work day, so anyway. All right, well, I have to get on the phone, so I better get going, but I wanted to just tell you, still waiting, and I just hope it's by the end of the day they give me my results. If not, tonight I'm going to do more glow up. Just keep glowing, doing something positive until I get the news, and then I'm just gonna take it day by day. So, all right. That's it. I'll catch you guys in a bit. I don't know what to say. Okay. I'm gonna compose myself. I am not gonna freak out, and I'm not gonna cry. Doctor called, and I don't know what to say. I mean, I am just like so incredibly, I don't know what, I mean, I'm speechless, and that's a lot for me to be speechless, you guys. Doctor calls and she's like, well, I don't have your MRI back, and I do not have your second set of scans back. But what I'm looking at now, what I'm seeing right now, your reports say NED. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, I've got another kind of cancer, NED. No. I always, whenever I hear letters or acronyms or anything like that, I freak out. I'm like, no, not again. NED, no evidence of disease. And so it didn't like hit, and I'm like, okay, so hold on, what scan? Because it got me kind of confused with there being 2 extra scans and another MRI and just all of that. But basically, she said that what she was looking at with what the scans that I did, not including the other one that I had to go back and do, she said, no evidence of disease. And I'm like, how is that? I mean, I'm the one asking her. I'm the one that is believing and praying and literally on my knees, constantly begging God, please take this from me. I'm tired. And then I'm asking her, are you sure? Are you really sure you got this right? And I'm like, what does this mean? And she's like, well, at this point in time, what they can see on these scans, she said they're not seeing any tumor activity. There's no hot spots. There's no evidence of disease. And then she followed that up with, that's why they wanted the second scan. That's why they wanted to go back and double check because of my history, because I haven't had a clean scan in like a couple years, 3 years. They wanted to double check. They wanted to see if they were like making a mistake, I guess. So she said, if the MRI comes back with no mets to the brain, no evidence of disease in the brain, then, and the second scans come back, NED, as well as the first, which she says she's very confident that they will. She said that because mets don't usually disappear and then pop up in your brain. You know, she said that's not the way that it works. And she followed that up to say, I can't promise that that doesn't happen. But she said from her experience and the way that my specific cancer spreads, she said that there would be no reason to believe that they are gone from my bones and then popped up in my brain. But of course, she always follows that up with, cancer can do anything it wants to do. Obviously. So at this time, I am cautiously celebrating and thanking Jesus and thanking you all of your prayers, all of everything. Oh my gosh, you guys, no evidence of disease. I don't know. I just feel like I wasn't ready for it. I mean, I was ready for, the worst. Like, you know, you wasted 6 weeks doing this stupid vitamin C thing and now it's spread everywhere and you're going to die sooner. I was ready for that. And then, I can't mess up my makeup. I have an hour left of work. Anyway, so I was ready for that scenario. And then the second scenario that I was ready for was that the cancer growth has slowed, the tumors have diminished. I was waiting. That would be my highest hope. My highest hope would be that the tumor on my sternum is gone, or you know, the one on my spine is shrunk, or you know, just something positive. That's what my biggest hope was. And in my wildest dreams, even though I prayed it, and I know thousands of people around the world have been praying for it, I didn't believe. I mean, I believed that God could do it. I did, but I just didn't think he would, I guess. I don't know. My faith is there. I just think that I've been sick so long. It's just like, I just don't feel like, you know, like things would change. But now here is my clarifier. I still am considered stage 4 cancer. I am still considered having cancer. There is no cure for my cancer. But at this point in time, I am tumor free, and that means that I've got more time. So now in 6 months, in a year, I could go in and here we go again. Or I could find out that it moved to my brain and we're celebrating prematurely. That's why I'm trying to just take a beat and not get too excited until the last scans come in and verify that all of me is cancer free. Yeah, and if you've been following me for a while, you know this has happened before. During COVID, actually, it was I had done, I don't know, I was still bald, so I always judge everything from my hair growth. I was still bald, so I wasn't that far out of chemotherapy and my treatments and stuff. And I had scans, and I put it on my channel. We did the whole phone call on camera. If you'd like to catch it, I'll try to find that video. It was a couple of years back, so I'll put it up somewhere so you guys can see that. We filmed the whole thing, and the doctor telling us that there was no evidence of a disease, and congratulations, you're cancer free. And I just was so excited, and I thought, stupidly, I thought it was going to be forever. And even though in my mind and everybody told me, but I'm an optimist, you guys, I just am. So I always try to believe the best and everything. So anyway, for 1 whole year, I was cancer free. But I was still in pain. I was still dealing with the results of all the stuff. And I was still going for blood transfusions like every month. And it was just like, I was really sick still. So it was a nice break. A year, it was beautiful. I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't like it, but a year later, my cancer not only came back, but it spread. So I know this is could be just for, the next 6 months to a year. But right now, I'm celebrating. Tentatively celebrating until I get the next stuff in, and I'll report when that happens. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's because you did the vitamin C. Vitamin C cured you. And I really don't want people to think that, because there's a couple reasons. Number one, I have done a holistic program for years, and it's kept me alive, and I really truly believe that. I have kept my healthy cells going to where the evil cells don't overtake, and I've maintained and I've stayed alive longer than many. But I think that cancer just does whatever the hell it wants to do, and God is the only one that has any control and say over anything that happens in my body. And at this point in time, he's allowed the vitamin C to help me to work, or he's just saying, hey, I got this, and I'm giving you a break right now, Jody. And so don't go out and waste your money by not saying it's a waste of money. I'm glad I did it, because no matter what, I feel great. And if just that, it was worth it for me. But don't go out and think that vitamin C is going to cure you, because there are so many people I know that have done the exact same thing that I did, and they did not have the same success as I do. Your bodies are all individual. Your cancer is so individual just to you. And what you do what it does with you is not going to be the same as what it does with me. So even with chemo, like everybody does this one chemo and it works great, but then it doesn't work for the other person. Or this worked great for that person, but it didn't work for the other. I just want people to kind of wrap their minds around it and really understand that there is no cure for cancer, number one. But number two, there is no cookie cutter protocol for fighting it either. So, I'm doing what I do because I feel like I have to take control over my body, and I'm not just going to sit there and let chemo tear me apart and then the cancer spread in a hostile environment and I die. I can't, I chose against that because I know my body. And I know when I was doing that, I was dying. I was so close to death so many times. So I said, I don't care. I'm done. Quality of life over quantity. And God's granted me quantity. And now possibly quality of life is going to improve. It already has. I feel great. So now, the thing is, will I keep feeling good and have all this energy after the vitamin C gets out of me? We'll see, because I can't afford to keep doing it. It's just too expensive. That is ridiculous, what they charge for a bag of vitamin C. But anyway, that's beside the point. Today I'm in NAD, so I am celebrating, and I would love it if you would celebrate with me and share this video, pass it along to anybody that has just started their journey, and give them hope. Because you know what? This is hopeful. This is hopeful to me. This is hopeful to other people. Just because you got a cancer diagnosis doesn't mean your life's going to end right then and there. People feel like that because it does sometimes do that, but there's so many of us out there that have lived a very long time with cancer and possibly, yes, die from cancer. But everybody's got to die from something, you guys. And after all this work I've put into cancer, it better just take me. Just not right now. That's all. It's just not right now. So anyway, with all of that said, I am super, super excited. Now I have to close this out, and thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end the vlog here because I know it's a really long one, and you guys will be seeing this Friday, and I will see you guys again on Tuesday for our regular, is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday for our regular upload. And I'll probably have the other two test results back by then. So keep watching. This is Too Cute for Cancer, signing off.
Whenever you're down